If you are an international student, after your studies, you do apply for your work permit if you are in an eligible program. So, however, something that has been very common lately is the refusals of this postgraduate work permit. What can be done? Why is this refusal cost in the year 2025? And how to take your next steps if you are in that situation. That's something that we will be looking at in this video. Hi, welcome to Yoke's YouTube channel. I'm Liz Matthew, the regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and nice to have you all here. So, why PGWP refusals are rising? So, what is going on? So, the government is tightening up criteria such as the field of study requirements for PGWP, which has already happened in July of 2025. And also, IRCC updated the eligible list of programs, which is adding up to around 119 fields and removing some of the study programs. They are not eligible for PGWP, and many applicants are being refused for usual reasons such as programs not eligible, part time semesters, missed deadlines, and also missing documents. And according to various sources, they're also rejecting due to the language not being included. That is also a very common reasons lately. And top reasons your PGWP was refused was program ineligible. What do you mean by program ineligible? So if your study program was not on the eligible list at the time you applied for PGWP, was it a full-time or part-time course that you did and an application deadline was missed, an incomplete application and language test not being included? In most of the time, applicants who have submitted their application, they haven't deliberately put in the language test in their PGWP application. However, IRCC did make language test mandatory for PGWP application. So it's very important to note that language test score report is a must to be submitted with your work permit application. It's not a document that will be asked for. So when you submit your application in the portal, there's no slot that basically says upload your language test. You can upload it along in the client information with the client information section, and make sure you do meet the right CLB score for the university or college that you studied in. So it's very important that that language test is included with your PGWP application, as refusal rates are rising because of this one particular reason. And what to do if your PGWP application is refused? So that is a very frightening situation to know that your PGWP application has been refused, as you have come into this country, Canada, with a lot of expectations and hope. You study for a 2-year program thinking that, yes, I'm able to get my PGWP, and you hear one fine day it's being refused for whatever reason. It's very disheartening. And it's not something that you got to panic about. There is other ways to go about it. Check your refusal letter carefully, and what grounds did IRCC cite for this refusal, and consider if you can put in a reconsideration application and also reapply or explore alternate paths such as the getting a LMIA work permit or LMIA exempt work permit to get into your work permit status so you can start working. Or once you have been refused, a status may change and you might lose your working status. You can even apply for a visitor record to IRCC. And how you can strengthen your PGWP application is always confirm your program eligibility. Check if your DLI institution number is proper and whether your permit was valid when you applied. And your document full-time status. Get your enrollment history, your transcripts, and also any approved leave of absence, and apply within 180-day window, which is proof of your graduation, and apply as soon as possible. It's very important to be within that window. And also maintain your legal status when you put in your postgraduate work permit, as your study permit needs to be valid when you apply for your PGWP. If it is not valid, you got to apply for a restoration of your study permit, and also put in your PGWP application. So it is very important. And if you have had an authorized leave or part-time semester for your genuine reasons, put in a letter of explanation explaining what your situation was, so it makes things clear for an officer who is checking your application. And get help. Say a regulated Canadian immigration consultant or a lawyer who can help you out with this, who are working with this type of applications regularly. They will be able to assist you and let you know and guide you in the right path. So that is all what I can tell you about PGWP. And getting a PGWP refusal isn't just the end. It is something that you got to see how you can overcome this situation. That is what you got to look at. And if you're still applying, treat the process on high stakes and get everything right, as this could be your last chance. So if this video has been helpful, like and subscribe, and let us know your comments in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in. See you all in the next video.